All right, brothers and sisters, welcome to another video. Today we're just going to be going over the perfect Forex strategy. Now, why this is the perfect Forex strategy, you might ask me, is because I'm not going to give you specific rules, specific, step-by-step instructions. And the reason I'm not going to do that is because everything is different for everyone, and what works for me might not work for you. But in general, if you are looking for the perfect Forex strategy, which actually probably doesn't exist, to be honest, it doesn't exist because everything will have losses, everything will have shortcomings, and that's why if you take these general concepts and then apply them towards your own, your own personality, your own expectations and experience in the market, you can actually find a strategy that is quote unquote perfect for you. So what I think anyone can do, anyone in the world can do, to find a strategy for trading the markets, whether that's Forex or futures or crypto or stocks or whatever, corn, if you trade corn, So the first step is have a direction or bias. The second step is have a zone or level to enter the market at. And three is to have an entry criteria, such as a pattern, a break of structure, a wick rejection, a sweep of liquidity, something like that. And with these three foundational pillars, essentially anyone can step into the market, find a strategy using these three pillars, and they will have, at worst, they could become a break-even trader if they, go 50-50 win rate with a 1-to-1 risk reward. Worst case scenario, they go break even, as long as they're managing their risk and not over-risking and that sort of stuff. But if you can find a direction or have a bias, if you can find a zone or level to enter in, whether that's a support and resistance zone, a supply or demand, and then finally have an entry criteria. So it's at the zone, it's bullish in general, you have a direction or bias on the pair, and then it gives you an engulfing pattern, and then you're in. So that's just, my 2 cents. Really, I'm making this video to not only share with you guys, I'm going to be sharing this kind of idea of finding the perfect Forex strategy, a lot. I just want to go over that quickly because now I just want to go over my trades and essentially show you kind of how pissed off I am. So today was actually FOMC, and what that means is essentially the Fed is deciding whether or not to cut rates, keep rates the same. And today they decided to keep rates the same. Let me actually refresh this really quick. So they decided to keep rates at 5.5. And they also, the statement is actually where things kind of got a little wild because a lot of people were expecting rates to be cut in March. But Powell actually came out and said directly that it's very unlikely that rates are going to be cut in March. So that means it's going to be cut later this year, which is going to put a damper on, risk on assets like the stock market. And like the euro and pretty much anything against the dollar could possibly see some negative, But besides the fact, in general, I am bullish on the United States dollar versus the Swiss franc. Just for this short time period, it's coming up on my radar as something that is fundamentally the US dollar is going to be stronger than the Swiss franc, at least at this moment in time. So what happened today is I, one, found my daily direction, which was bullish. Two, I found my level, which was 88 or 8,500. 85,500, I should say. And my entry was I was actually just going to enter in right away. So those are my three pillars. I have a direction, I have a level, and I'm going to enter. All right. So all of these combined together would have given a quick, almost a 1-to-5. But it didn't actually come and tap me by, less than a pip. So that is one pair. My second pair is actually USD CAD, which saw some huge selling pressure. Today, some earlier news was actually some negative United States dollar news. So employment cost index and non-farm employment change, ADP, non-farm employment change, were actually negative for the US dollar. So there's a lot of selling earlier on, and it came down, and I was actually looking to take a long right at 133,500, and it missed me by let's see here, like 10 pips. He missed me by 10 pips. So just to reiterate, one, I am bullish on the United States dollar versus CAD. In general, I'm bullish. I have a level, and I was going to enter right when it got there. I'm not waiting for any confirmation, which you could do in your own trading system if you would like. But for me, I found it easier just to enter in right at the zone I'm looking at. And then finally, it just took right off. So this exact system, once you narrow it down, and once you find the right sources, the right combinations, the experience, can pretty much create a very, very rock solid, profitable strategy for pretty much anyone, as long as you follow these steps, which is have a direction, have a zone you want to enter at, and then wait for a entry criteria, which I actually just enter in right at the zone, but you might want to have more conviction, you might want to have more confirmation, so you could wait for a pattern, a break of structure, rejection, engulfing, stuff like that. So anyways, really I wanted to make this video not only share this, which I'm going to be sharing a lot on this channel, this kind of framework for creating a perfect strategy, but also some of the trades that I missed, just barely missed today, which would have been absolutely insane. So thanks for taking the time to watch this video. And one thing I will preface is that I actually don't know if I would have taken both of these trades, mainly because they're both very similar. I mean, look how similar these are, UCAD and UChief. I mean, look at, so if one, I probably would have taken only one, which would have been UCAD because it happened first. But nonetheless, the reason just tangent side note, you don't want to be taking two exact USD trades at the same time, because if one loses, both are going to lose. So why would you want to double your risk? You know what I'm saying? So that's just a side note. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Please, if you're looking for the perfect quote unquote Forex strategy, try and bucket your ideas into these three pillars and try to combine them so you have a total overarching strategy that works for you. Instead of just, trying to follow someone step by step, all their details at this time, enter here, wait for an engulfing, try and mold together all of your experience and all of your history. And what you can actually do is find something that works best for you. But if you can have these three main pillars, you're going to be in a very, very rock solid spot. And it's going to be, really, really beneficial every day when you wake up the charts to know exactly what you want to do. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.